Good afternoon, students of Pickle Waxon Middle School. Uh, my name is Carson Edwards. I am a global account executive with Merit International, and I am here to just share some of my insights about my collegiate experience at Howard University undergraduate and Babson College graduate. I want to take this time to thank Ms. Truesdale for allowing me this opportunity to speak to you guys. And hey, let's just talk a little bit about what I do. So, Marriott is a global hotel company, and what I do is I handle a portfolio of accounts that probably produce over $70 million worth of business to our bottom line per year. And right now is a tough time in our industry due to COVID-19. But we are still thriving. We're pushing forward, and we are hoping to be back on our feet going into next year. So let me show you my office a little bit. As you can see, I am a graduate of Howard University undergrad. Yep, I'm a Lakers fan. Here are some of my sales rewards over the years. As you can see, I have been with Marriott for almost 23 years. And right here is my high school diploma from Camden High School in New Jersey, even though I grew up here in Northwest DC. This is my undergraduate degree from Howard University. I graduated in 1991, Howard University School of Business. I have a degree in business administration. And here is my MBA degree from Babson College in Massachusetts. I have a master's of business administration with a concentration in marketing. And just recently, I have acquired my certification in digital marketing. So let me tell you about Howard University. Howard University is located in Northwest Washington, D.C. I absolutely loved campus life. I was a business major there with a concentration in management, but I also was a track athlete and got some of my medals still here from some of my high school and collegiate experience there. So I was what you called a student athlete, and one thing about being a student athlete is that you have to maintain a certain GPA to be able to participate in sports. So here's what I will say to you guys. I know right now there's a lot going on in the world, and especially at your age, you may not know exactly what you want to do and what direction you want to go. Trust me, it's normal. There are people my age and older who don't know quite what they want to do in life. But what I would say, whatever you do, do it with passion. My track coach, the late great William P. Moultrie, always said to follow the 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. What's very important for you as you consider your collegiate career is that understand that the first year is going to be your core classes, and you're going to start understanding your basic math, English, history, things of that sort. It is so important your first year to focus and set a solid academic foundation. One of the things I learned early on, I did just the opposite of that. I forgot that I was supposed to be in school to learn. Instead, I was partying. Almost flunked out, but I got my act together. And as a result, I ended up making the dean's list 6 or 7 times before I graduated. I got a fellowship to grad school, and it really helped set my life from an academic perspective on the right track. So understand what you want to do. So if you're going to college, just I would say, because you're spending so much money, really give good thoughts to what career you want to pursue. Everyone has a different track record or trajectory going to college. I would say that if you are unsure about what major you want to pursue and with the amount of money that you would have to expend, it may be worth your while to maybe go to a community college where you would get the skill set, the understanding, you still be able to earn collegiate credit, and just spend a little more time to understand where you want to direct your efforts. So that's very important. When I was in school, of course, I took business classes, marketing classes, management classes, labor relations. We took classes on operations management. I would also say when you're in college, take the opportunity to do an internship. Extremely important. Internships give you the opportunity to work at a company or an organization. Sometimes they pay you, they house you, but it really gives you that opportunity to work within the field that you have designated at that time. Here's why it's helpful. If that's the field you're going to stay in, now you have definitive work experience, and that's a good thing. If you decide through your internship, and these usually take place over the summer, and you find that that's not necessarily your cup of tea, it's a great opportunity to say, hey, you know what? I tried it. Maybe business major is not for me. Maybe I want to be a political science major. Maybe I want to be physical therapy. Maybe I want to focus in on becoming a teacher or becoming a doctor or whatever the case may be. So take advantage of all of that. Um, how do classes relate in the middle school to college? It's tough because there's such a difference in the rigor academically, but here's where it matters. Right now, your teachers care about you. They're focused on you. They want you to do well academically. And I know a lot of you say, "Oh God, I'm tired of my teachers writing me." You want them to write you. But here's what happens in college. Those collegiate professors, whether you learn or not, whether you pass or not, whether you matriculate or succeed or not, matriculate means that you continue to move forward. Um, they may not care. They're still going to collect their paycheck. They're still going to be tenured. They're still going to be teaching hundreds of other students. So you need to learn, take this time in your youth to learn the structure and rigor that you're going to need to bring to college because they're going to expect that from you. Extracurricular activities. Yep, I ran track at Howard University, cross country, indoor, outdoor track. Um, when I was there, my sophomore year, we set the record in the 4x800 meter relay for our conference. It was an incredible experience. Um, my track brothers and sisters, I keep in contact with many of them to this very day. They're as close to me as many of my family members. I was also what we call a resident assistant or an RA. So that means in the dorm that I lived in, I helped operationally run the dorm, whether it be manning the door when students came in and out of the building, whether it mean spreading, sharing information, whether it be about safety or renovation or construction. And for basically working for the university, they covered my housing expenses. So that was a cool thing. Um, I was also on, I ran track. I was also in many different clubs in a sense. As far as management. I was also in the work study program, so I worked very closely with the administration while I was there, and that's actually how I got my master's scholarship because I worked as in the work study program. One of the assistant deans invited me into an interview session uh, with Babson College at that time. I had no idea who they were, which they're the number one school in the nation in entrepreneurship. I had no idea about going to business school because I wanted to become a lawyer at that time. So I went in, interviewed with them, against kids who had 4.0s, 3.8s. I was just at a 3.2, 3.3 at that time. But what they found valuable about what I brought to the table. I was a student, I ran track, I was an RA, I was in work study, I was doing like a million things at once, and I was still holding at least what they perceived as a level of excellence. So, you just never know. your skill set. You just never know how people are evaluating you. You put your best foot forward and hope that that works out for you. Um, Anything I would have done differently in middle school and high school, yeah, I would have listened more. Of course, I would have been more disciplined. At that stage of my life, I thought I knew it all, and although I've always had really solid relationships with my teachers, running track, you couldn't afford to not have a good relationship with your teachers because of where it would get back to my coaches. Um, I just would listen more to the teachers. Not that I had great relationships with, but the teachers who I thought that were just riding me, because quite often those were the teachers that really had vested interest in my success. So, look, guys, I've talked enough. Howard University, historically black college and university. We call it the Mecca, the best place in the world to attend. So if you're thinking about Howard University, reach out to Miss Truesdale. Love to share some more information about what I think is the greatest university on this planet. Good luck to you guys, ladies. Focus, work hard, stay focused. Times will get better. We will all be able to meet and have this conversation in person again, and have a happy and wonderful holiday.